fruit of a living heart. Around the same time that Isaiah was serving as a priest and prophet in Jerusalem, his contemporary up in northern Israel, the prophet Amos, was expressing his fierce indignation about the plight of the poor and needy who were being denied justice in the courts and whose goods were confiscated. Isaiah too blames his people severely for their lack of social justice. This is likened to his deep sense that God's glory fills the whole earth. It is not just the temple that is filled with God's presence, but all of creation. God means to establish justice on the earth. Isaiah fears this truth and warns of a coming judgment because of the humanity of the greed and the powerful towards the weak, poor, and helpless. His people say the prophet preferred formal religion to honesty and justice. Now just Isaiah has been personally cleansed throughout the burning cloud, scoring his lips. His people need cleansing too. They need to change their behavior to mirror their new orientation. Only if they practice justice to the poor can their worship of God have real value. He promised that if you feed the hungry and satisfy the needs of the afflicted, your light shall rise in the darkness. So effort to promise justice in as absolute imperative if we are the place our God. When his hearers asked John the Baptist, what shall we do? It was in the spirit of Isaiah that answered, whoever has two coats must share with whoever has none, and whoever has food must do likewise. Little wonder that Jesus, when selecting a text to describe his own ideals, chose to read from Isaiah text about mercy and compassion. He unrolled the scroll from the place where it was written. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed in the not bring good news the poor. He has sent to me proclaim release to the captives and recovery of signs to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim your year of the Lord's favor. In the gospel, he says, let your light shine before others. How the reconciliating our light shine with the fact that Jesus spent most of his own life quietly in Nazareth as the son of the carpenter. What Jesus practiced in Nazareth was fidelity to the ordinary, the daily routine, which requires his own kind of courage. What set him apart was anchoring his whole life in God, to let the Father be the guidance force in his life. The quiet practice of virtues was the hallmark of the saints, who never published their holiness, but just remained close to God in a spirit of loving, attentive expectancy, as St. John's of the Cross, putting this spirit marked of the life of Saint Therese of Lisieux, who died at the age of 24 after living as an enclosed nun for her 10 years. Some of the other nuns died that Therese and achieved nothing of only their years of life. Yet within a generation, this young nun who had never left their convent was proclaimed patron of the foreign missions. Even from his cloister, his let her light shone out, reflecting on the dear virtues that last faith, hope, and love. Teresa, prayerful, Loras, had a special mission in life, in the heart of the church. He said, I shall be loved. And from that loving spirit, the grace of God was richly channeled out to the missionary world.